All right, I think we're going live here.
Live. It's Saturday night.
Oh, there's people out there. Hello, hello, hello. Joey's going to kick this off. Hey, Joey, what'd you do today?
Hey, I made a fucking gravy today.
What's gravy, Joey?
Sausage, meatballs, homemade.
You mean the brown stuff, Joey?
It's the red stuff that you put on the pasta. Macaroni, I call it macaroni. I don't like that word pasta.
Yeah.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Tomato, 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 tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Hey, Allie, pass that thing.
So let me just kind of show something before we dive into all this stuff here with you guys. There's one momento. What's she smoking? It looks good.
Smoking sage. She's smoking that sage.
It's not a tampon. It's not a tampon.
It's not Berto.
Oh, she was burning some hash.
we have our friend Berto in the chat. It's just big as a tampon. It's like, dude, you looks like you're smoking a tampon. It thing's so big. It's like any bigger, you'd be smoking up and smoking Cheech and Chong.
Okay, let's get started out here. All right, can you guys see this?
Yep, I see. Who's that guy?
Who's that?
All right, this is a very, very short video, but so we're talking about cooking, and we're going to get into this a little bit to kick it off there. Let's just play it.
Okay, this is how you taste a sauce or gravy.
Do it well.
You get the bread, you dip it in there nice, get a good amount. I want to burn my mouth. Oh my, so fucking good.
Oh, is that twisted Italian bread?
That's homemade Italian bread.
Here, it took 50 years for us to get here. This.
At least you didn't double dip. So we got that down.
No, you gotta break a piece of bread off each one. Never double dip.
Yep, you know it. It was funny when my mom used to cook. It was the same thing. When me and my brothers, we used to come and eat all the bread before it was even time for dinner because we used to dip it in there.
Yep, you get full by the time they serve it.
So hello, everyone.
Yeah.
We're live, aren't we?
Are we live?
What's up, everyone in the chat?
We got the sound on?
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody hear us? 5x5 out there? I don't know. What do you think? You hear us in the chat?
I think so. We're still waiting. It's a big delay on my end. So Scott says Rumble is freezing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do hear us.
Bye. Big delay.
Right.
Big delay.
Big deal. Well, I got it on pause this way here. My computer doesn't go bog down, but I can read the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Uh-oh.
So, how is everyone in the chat tonight? How Janine, Allie, Joey? We already know you're good and nice full stomach, probably. Arnie.
No, I haven't eaten yet.
Oh my gosh, you haven't even eaten.
for
That's
tomorrow.
right. The sauce got to simmer. The way to a good sauce is got to simmer, right?
5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It cooked 5 hours. I finally shut it off, but that's for tomorrow. I don't have time to look at tomorrow, so.
Yeah, I got to make sauce Monday. Sorry, Arnie, you said something?
One thing of interest here is what happened in New York with the helicopter. And it appears it's a CEO from Siemens, once again, taking somebody out, looks like.
I think it already happened a while back because there were people saying nobody even saw that helicopter in the real live news. Everybody was baffled by it. So that's the way that my brain thinks. What do you guys think?
I have something on X that's really interesting. It's a different chopper altogether. It's a different chopper.
I don't know, but if I was a CEO, I wouldn't be flying, especially if you're with the company that does anything nefarious. Make sure you check, if you can, check your flight logs before boarding any plane, and make sure there's any insurance or any company that has done nefarious things. I would not be flying with them.
Well, it's really sad. It was the whole family, 3 children. That broke my heart.
Well, hold
Yeah.
on.
But
That-
that's the problem with these evil doers. They don't care who they kill. And we already know they'll kill your kids anyway to get you to do what they want you to do.
it's a narrative.
Stealth Lone Wolf out there saying, take a look at the paint scheme also. They're not the same either. My first thought into my intuition was this already was taken out. They have whoever they are, who they've been gone, but I think they're just getting us caught up, letting us know that these clowns are no longer in those positions anymore. That's a kind way of me saying this.
I have it right here on Twitter if you want me to pull it up, Janine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it.
Send a request. Do it.
Yeah,
Do
do
it
it.
now.
Do it now. Oh, I forgot. We also got Monkey Butt with us. Woohoo!
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Shit that. Righty. You see it?
Yeah, it's there.
All right. So here's the chopper. Let me pull it up. How's that? Better?
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
the-
nice white skull,
Oh,
nice color white
it's
scheme.
It's a nice family here with the yellow. Okay, now hold on. Let's take a look. What's wrong with this picture? It's upside down.
Black.
Right here is not the same chopper as this. See the difference?
It's all, you know what, Joey? Arnie can tell you, it's the dirty water in New York, in Alley, right? It's it's the Hudson River that turned that white chopper black within hours.
They disintegrated it.
All right, so we got awake person stuff, lone wolf out there. Yep, correcto mundo.
Yep.
I think that family went into hiding for now. That's what I think.
And my
Yeah.
first thought was when I saw it, I even said it out loud, was, let's see who was on board.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah, because choppers just don't fall out of the sky.
Mhm.
It did. I was listening to one. I don't know what you want to call him, and a guy talking about it. So it made a path. It was all the way going around. It was going to turn back around. If those, what do you call them? I guess you want to call them the wings, or propellers or something, right?
Yeah,
If they were
propellers.
that loose, they would have lost it right when takeoff. So, hey, speaking of hearts, Alley Cat, how many of you guys like Allie's glasses? We're taking a poll here. We're taking a poll. She's testing out some new goggles.
Beautiful.
Right. You guys
Constructive
keep,
criticism only.
yes. Be nice, people. Kind.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. I'll make you feel better, Allie.
I have readers.
I won't lead you out.
Look at you go.
These are supposed to be my night glasses, but as you can see,
We all have glasses on
they're in my room.
for Allie.
I need them so bad and I can't afford them, but my friend got me for my birthday these fake ones to just test out like what frames would look good on my face. Cause I'm probably gonna have to get budget ones, even when I am able to afford lenses and stuff. So
If you go to the eye doctor and you get the prescription, you can go and use that prescription and buy your own lenses online.
that's what I was told. But you know, when you're not in the store trying things on,
Yeah.
you don't know what shapes and frames your face. So I'm like, oh, I'll just play around and see if I like these or not. I can't do contacts. I can't do the thing. I can't with anything in my eye.
No, I
So
can't.
are those clear plastic then?
Yeah,
or-
they're red. They're like acrylic.
Yeah.
I can see straight.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
else
have
reads
20/20
those
vision when both my eyes are open, but I'm fuzzy in one eye, and the other eye is starting to develop fuzziness.
Yeah. Do you know I was one of the first ones in the United States to have the lens removed? I was a guinea pig for that. I think Dina had that done.
Yep.
I was the first one out of Arkansas to have that done in 2020. How, 2020, your vision, right? And they were there, and I didn't know that I was a guinea pig until I had to sign all the paperwork. And I said, it didn't cost as much as I have no idea what it costs now. But so it's been 5 years, and every now and then the one lens in this eye I get based on allergies just gets a little blurry. Otherwise, I've got 20/20 vision. At my age too, and so I use these as readers for stuff that's really small, and they told me that because of my age that I would have to use these, but not often.
And mine are
All right.
progressives.
What?
They
What's
drove
your?
me crazy when I first bought them. The progressive, so I can see far when I'm driving and I can actually read. That's why you see me sometimes when I'm looking up, I'm actually looking at the bottom of my glasses, reading the screen. I need a new pair because these I gotta get stronger ones. And these are like, I don't know, 15 years old or something like that.
Oh,
So that's why sometimes I have a hard time seeing the screen. I'm always looking up. I can see the bottom.
well, that's really interesting. So my brother had a theory that every 2 or 3 years they tell you to get new glasses, and they make them stronger and stronger and stronger. So are your eyes getting any better? Probably not.
No, they're making them weaker, weaker, weaker. That's why
Yeah.
I haven't changed mine yet. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait. Only I gotta wait.
Like everything else, they make his shit expensive.
That's right.
Do you see what Stealth Lone Wolf put out there? When you go to the bathroom and your feet are getting wet, you know it's time for glasses. Or a maid.
Wait.
What the hell?
I would say so.
And everybody likes your glasses, Allie.
Do they?
They all said they love our glasses.
Yep.
Look, makes you look wicked smart.
Yeah.
I thought the books behind me did that.
Professor Allison, how do you do?
That's what I need to do is become a professor. Sit with monkey butt and yeah, that painting kind of you need the viscosity in that one over there.
Well, if you get those glasses, Monkey Butt has to have the same pair of glasses. It goes hand in hand there. All right. So, besides that, Arnie, what else is going on? So you're in New York, right, boss? I don't know where you're at.
New York.
Did you see any of the stuff on the news, or was it just look like it was like CGI?
I really don't watch the news. I mean, I caught it, I watch it once and then I turn all that garbage off. But to me, it just didn't seem real.
Yeah.
That's all. And right away, I was just waiting to hear who was in the helicopter. I knew it was somebody. And once again, it is something that's going to lead into something else.
Are you guys like me? As soon as something happens, you go to X and say, "Who the hell's got the information?" rolling.
Yeah, I do. I get it constantly. I'm always on that thing day and night. So I usually get a lot of information from there. That's where I get my news from. I stopped watching the news a long time ago too. And like I said, I've been watching the Karen Reed case, and there was another case that I was watching. Now get this, I think I talked about this last time, Janine, neurosurgeon killed his wife. And, it's funny too. There's always two sides to a story, right? So she was married, well, supposedly married 3 times. He was married 3 times. Now, I didn't know this from the get-go, but I guess she had restraining orders and she was playing the system against her ex-husbands, with the fake restraining orders and stuff like that, always pull him at the court to get more money and shit. So he caught on, I guess, 5 weeks into the marriage, he wanted a divorce. She kicked him out of his house. He had to go down to Florida um, during the pandemic, and he was scared, neurosurgeon, scared of the Are we on YouTube?
No, it goes on YouTube later, but I have not edited anything that we've been doing the last couple of weeks, and YouTube has not done anything to me yet.
So I could talk about the scandemic and shit and COVID and all that, or do we have to watch my mouth on that?
I have no idea. I know there's rules and regulations. I don't ever bother. I don't give any energy to it. So I've been saying COVID, the shot.
Yeah.
I just do this all the time. Everybody knows what that is.
What's that? Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't talking about the Goombas.
But yeah, when the scandemic came down.
Yeah. When the scan, well, anyways, he was scared supposedly. And everything was shut down and everything. So he had to go to a hotel. And then I guess she wanted a prenup, a postnup. I'm sorry, a postnup. So they're already married. So a postnup is the same thing as a prenup. Before you get married, you sign everything. And then a postnup, I didn't know this, but you could sign it also, and she gets half of whatever it is out of 5 fucking months. I'm like, something's not right. So I was listening to a podcast, and the second husband's ex-wife called and explained the whole fucking situation and gave her side of the story of what the hell happened. So I was like, oh, okay, now it kind of fucking makes sense. She's playing him. She's fucking the guy next door, using Reiki on it. I guess she was a Reiki master or something, and she only had male. Now, this is fucking funny too, because I do Reiki, but she has all male clients, okay? They were all coming to her house, but I do mine remotely. All guys come over to her house. What was that?
It's a gay echo.
Oh. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's the Reiki coming through.
Yeah, right? Oh shit. So I guess all the guys that come over to her house, she's giving them sex and all that stuff, oral and everything else. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I guess the next door neighbor was supposedly his friend. And I guess he texted, they've been going back and forth for, I think, 3,500 messages, and he deleted them all. And somehow the doctor's attorney got it, got all the fucking texts and everything else, and he's reading them. And I guess she sent him some nudes too. Now, this story is fucked up from the beginning because, first of all, you got the Karen Reed case, and you have the doctor's case, and the same investigators did both cases. Now, on Karen's trial, on her case, they fucked it all up. And with his trial, they went by the book. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is like so odd. And welcome to fucking Boston, everybody. I'm not going to get into all this anyways. I mean, I just had I don't know why I did that, but it was just like so fucking interesting. You know what I mean? Now you have all eyes on it. It's hitting the media about her case. And I'm telling you, this, you guys should, watch it. It's fucking, it's remarkable how this fucking judge gets away with all this shit. It's just so, I'm like, this has to happen, I guess, this way for everybody to see. Now, everybody's seeing this. The whole world is fucking watching this. I got people on YouTube watching it from fucking Denmark, everywhere. They're watching it from everywhere. They're all watching this fucking case. I'm like there's a reason why this is happening. Just to show you how bad the fucking court systems are. And it's all courts. It's all fucking courts. They all suck. Okay, that's my rant.
The judges do, they're all in the spotlight right now. And every judge in just about every state. I mean, I bookmark them all day long. I don't want to go through them, but I think we're aware that whenever they put the spotlight on the cockroaches, they'll be gone real soon. They're probably gone now. I have no idea. You know, I didn't even know who our Supreme Court judges were until all this came about 6 years ago. I had no idea, nor did I care. And that's the problem, is nobody paid any attention to anything. And that's why they got away with what they've gotten away with so far. You know, now we're aware they've taken all of our money, what they've done with unemployment. You know, do you guys remember, if any of you have ever been on unemployment? Because I know that I have, being a contractor, I would go on it often. And what you have to do to go in their unemployment office, sit down, we got to wait in this long line. Then they turn around and they just give it willy-nilly to people in the past, the present, and in the future. You know, and what do? They just go in there and fill out the forms and send the money to themselves or a family member. You know, so what this is basically telling me is that there's got to be a revamp in all the software in the government. If every government official had access to steal the money while we worked our asses off just to pay the damn taxes to them, for them to take it and embellish it and laundry it, whatever it is that they were doing, that's not our fault. You know, we never knew what was going on behind the scenes. Now that we know, I like to see Elon get in there, or somebody get in there and redo Social Security, unemployment, all these different business entities, and only give access to certain people, right?
Well, there's actually more to that, Janine. Well, we know about the straw man situation also. A Fran talked about it, and that has a lot to do with it also. You know what I mean? Because we're on the market regardless. Your social security number is in that market with the dashes. They got rid of that. They got rid of that website. I was going to show everybody on the damn website, and I was going to do it live, but can't, because they took it down. They struck it down, and I can't find another one just like it. But we're all on the market. You go to court, that's attached to your CUSIP number on your birth certificate. So they're pulling money out of your trust every time you go to court.
Court in a sense of what, a traffic ticket, or court?
Anything.
Anything.
Any case number you have is a CUSIP number. It's a case number. It's actually called a CUSIP number. And what they do is they take that CUSIP number, they attach it to your trust, your birth certificate number, okay? And they're pulling money out of your trust to pay for this court. It's a big fucking racket. It is a big racket, and they got to cut the shit with that too. So I forget what the numbers were. Oh, shit. I forget what the numbers were off the top of my head, because I haven't talked about this in about 4 years.
Yeah, it's matched at the upper left-hand corner of the birth certificate, matches the Social Security back of the card, the original card, and all of that.
Right, but they do this with your driver's license also. You know
It's
what I
all
mean?
it's all corporate. That's why your name is in capital letters and everything that has to do with ownership, property, or anything. It's
That's
all
right.
part of the corporation, part of an LLC.
That's why your fucking names are all in caps.
Mhm.
It's not you, it's your vessel.
We're slaves, and here they were trying to explain to us the definition of slaves were, you know, if you were from Africa, you were a slave. All that stuff is just bullshit. All of it is. But now that we know what we know, hopefully people will stand up in the near future. People will start being more aware, and that's half the battle, being aware of what's going on at every level of government, from, you know, the mayor, the governor, you know, secretary, so on and so forth, to the president. And I love the fact that Trump has those meetings out there and letting us know what's going on out there. And let's see, there's a couple of statements out there. I don't want this to go past.
I didn't mean to go like crazy with that. You know, I was just trying to say we're chattel. We're not slaves. We're chattel. They're fucking. They're pulling money out of the court system and everything. Everything.
Yeah, Jordan Maxwell, if you get a chance, look him up. He explains it best
Mm-hmm.
with the court system, admiralty law,
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
How
The
we're not
fucking-
operating on the law of the land; it's law of the sea.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And that's got to change. That has to change. And it's all masonry shit too. You look at fucking Boston, we were the first lodge in the United States. It was right down here in Boston. They're still fucking there. Gotta get rid of these fucking Freemason bullshit.
They're everywhere. They're in every county, every town.
That's that.
Everywhere.
You look at the badge on the sheriffs and all this shit, and that's the
Yeah.
Freemason.
Yeah, the oar on the compass. Yeah.
Right. And the mandate's right out of the fucking Freemason fucking manual. That's where mandate comes from. And I'm not fucking gay, so I don't do mandates.
Unless you're Big Mike and Obama.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yep, all part of the banking cartel.
Yeah, everything, including like history. The whole history is all corrupt. It's all BS.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like the Titanic was the Olympic and all of that. And they got all the people that were opposed to the banking system on there. They gave them free trips. Took down the ship. This way they could start the Federal Reserve, get it into place.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right on, bro. Right on. I mean, I talk about this to fucking people I don't even know. I met a guy at Dunkin' Donuts and I was telling him all this shit. And, you know, I try to plant seeds, you know what I mean? So this way here, they'll go look the shit up themselves and I'll tell them exactly where to fucking go to look the shit up. But
It's
the more people that know, the more eyes are on this. And I think that's what David Lester Straight was trying to do too before he passed away. You know, my cousin in Virginia, I know Janine doesn't like him very much, but
He was a grifter. They all were.
well,
But-
no, he actually did open my eyes to it, and a lot of the stuff that he did say actually made sense, and it does.
A lot of it did. They have to give you, let's say, 70% of the truth, and then a certain percentage of things to kind of bend the truth a little bit to whatever it is. You know, so I mean, Joey, I know this, but we're born sovereign. So why do we have to sign up papers to become sovereign?
That's it, because we contracted with them. Every time you do your driver's license, you're conceding, you're telling them that you're a fucking citizen. Every paperwork that they fucking give us, when you fill out that form, okay, you're contracting with the state again. When you renew your license, they ask you if you're a citizen. You're a citizen. You know what I mean? So that's why they tell you to do that a certain way. Now, my cousin did it in Virginia. He doesn't have a driver's license no more, and he did all that paperwork. He still got a few more steps to get to claim his minor estate. But he's there, and he gets pulled over all the time for not having plates on his car. And he say, "Well, call the fucking attorney general. She'll explain it to you." And you know, they'll sit him for 20 minutes, and they have to let him go. So I mean, he does have everything in order. I mean, it does work. He's doing it in Virginia of all fucking places. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's fucking. You know, the more people understand how bad the system is. I mean, you're talking about everything. Your banking system, which is being exposed. Your fucking your health system, that's being exposed. The judicial system, that's being exposed, especially in Boston, in Canton. Everything they're doing is being exposed.
Yeah, but the only problem is that at this point now, something needs to be done for the people.
Yeah,
It's
I
enough
totally
with exposing all this crap. Do something for the people.
exactly. And they're doing it. They're doing it. Um, what the fuck is his name? RFK said to Trump the other day. No, they're talking about Pfizer and all this fucking shots and everything, and they were talking about the what do you call those kids with special needs? I'm throwing a blank.
Autism.
Autism. Thank you.
That's
Autism. Now they were
thank
talking about autism, and he says, "Well, I'll give you a date," and he says in September. I bet you it's going to be on September 11th that it comes out, and he says, "Well," and Trump's like, "Oh, this is going to be a huge announcement." And I bet you it's going to be on fucking September 11th to shove that fucking number right up their fucking asses, right back at them. I bet you that's the date. Don't quote me on that, but I'm guessing September 11th they're going to announce that. You know what I mean? So I mean, they are arresting, making some arrests here in Boston on these on some
Well,
officials.
I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on. Like I said the other day with James, I did a show with James. I said, okay, so let's just say the last 4 years, they've already put all these tariffs in place, and now it's being played out 4 years later. All the stuff, well, it was under the so-called Biden administration. All the stuff was actually, they were doing the due diligence to catch up to where we're at right now, but it didn't appear that way. That was an illusion for us. Right. And so now that we know that, now if you fast forward it to April of 2025, they're still taking out CEOs, they're still taking out the judges, and people are saying, when are they going to get rid of mainstream media? That's not going to happen until I think the last freaking big story is out there. But we're not seeing the list. We're not seeing the files. We're not seeing any of that stuff. Alley Cat, you're too quiet. What do you think?
We gotta jump. That's what we need to do.
Jump up and get down.
We had it. We had a shift. That's today.
That's on the on your
Should've-
right hand side. That
That
line.
happened earlier this
Solid
morning.
line. The solid line, right? The blue line.
What time? What time was
It's
it?
actually black. It's actually black. It's a timeline shift, and it happened early this morning. I think this is the Russian one. 8 o'clock this morning.
Our time?
I think so.
You know, it seems like every other day that's happening. You
That
see
would have
it
been. That would have
like
been.
that.
It's been quiet the last couple of days. Little shifty shifts over here. Yeah, it's been quiet.
We had fucking snow today.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
my friends
it
from
did.
PA was like, "Look at this what?"
We had fucking snow. I woke up this morning and I looked outside. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. There's actually snow on the ground. I'm like, what the? I had to clean my fucking car off to go get my coffee this morning. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm ready to ride my bike, man.
Trump
Tina
did
said
say it was going to get colder.
hi.
Yeah.
Tina, monkey butt.
Well, I did say, whoever controls the weather controls the world. You know,
Yep.
hey, you guys get some people out there have Netflix. Did you guys ever watch the Geostorm movie that came out a month before the Q drop started? And that movie there is fucking pretty wild, man. You got 17 countries that are fighting for the stop all the fucking disaster weather and shit like that. You got 17 countries
Well,
together.
Joey, it's like I said, it's April 12th, and we should have humidity here. We should be probably close in the 80s. We're cold. I'm still waiting for that water in the pool to warm up. They say get a pool heater. Hey, quiet. That's my dog. To get a pool heater, if you shouldn't have to do that in the South.
Right.
And we're still waiting on it. So something is going on. So we had 10 inches of snow back in January. It's been cool. You just had snow. Somebody out in the chat is saying they had 2 inches of snow today. Maybe they're just regulating everything. Maybe they, I have no idea. Buck, you got lightning bolts behind your head. What's going on in your world?
Well, we had nothing but storms the last couple of days. So much that I actually had hail hit my car. So that's what I had to deal with yesterday was getting caught out. Luckily, they were only pin size. It wasn't too bad. Hold on a moment. But this was hold on. That was
Yeah,
yesterday.
oh wow.
So I had to find a nice covered a tree. Luckily, it's kind of fairly blossom. Everything's mostly blooming here, but it is kind of cold today. It says it's 63, but it feels colder than that. Um, but so yeah, we had a lot of storms here. Today it's sunny. Luckily, I need to wash my car though because I got leaves all over it from the hail hitting it, the trees and everything. So I've had to deal with storms lately. Um, so that's why I just like thunder too, because we are the storm, I believe. And it's up to us to stay positive, right? And what causes lightning? Positive ions. So we're gonna stay that way. But I haven't had much. I not much going on in my world other than a lot of exercise and a lot of I guess you would say relaxation. I haven't gotten myself too much involved in with news because all news is bad news, and we all know it's half of it is bullshit. So I watch my friends like Arnie, Janine, and Allie, and We Not Me, and a few others out there that I love. Jenny Lee, I watched, gave Leah a beautiful reading in the chat yesterday. So hopefully she'll heed her advice. Take care of yourself. And but yeah, that's what it's all about. Taking care, because we gotta take care of ourselves first before we can help the next person.
This next question is coming from the Rumble. Thank you, Buck. Yeah, you're right. You just pay attention to your world, right? Your world that you create. So he's just playing out his world, and he's happy. And so this is coming from Charlene 321, and I'll throw to Allie or Arnie, the A team. And it's about this pink moon, pink full moon. Is that, if I'm reading that right? It just kind of moved up on me. Do you guys see that out in the chat?
Yeah,
Nope, I lost it.
Nope.
Let me.
I saw it.
So, what is she saying? I gotta go up. Hold on a second.
Here it is, Charlene 321 says the
Yeah.
pink, the full pink moon is tonight. That's tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
How does it play into our life? It's supposed to get into the 50s tonight in Central Florida. Sounds crazy, but okay.
She's okay with it.
Yeah. So I didn't know I didn't know we were supposed to have a full moon tonight. Did you guys?
Bella, go with Daddy. Go on.
I
Go
didn't
on,
know.
Bella. Go with Daddy. Go on. He's got food.
I think they smell Joey's sauce.
Well, my
It
husband made
was. That's what it was. She's like, "Oh my god, I want that meatballs, man."
I got Italian dogs, but my husband made homemade what'd you make, Paul? Pot pie. Chicken pot pie. And he's trying to entice her because he knows that she's over here getting crazy there.
Yeah.
He got her. And he's so yeah, that's his thing. I'm gonna make sure he eats it all by himself.
Chicken pot pies are pretty good.
Yeah, I love chicken pot pie. I made it once. I found the recipe on YouTube. Oh my god, it was delicious. Oh, I gotta make this again.
And he makes I mean, we're not just talking like the little ones that you get in the store. He makes a
Yeah.
whole
Like
pan
a
of
12-inch pie,
yeah, exactly.
and it's
So-
like that thick.
Yeah, it is. It is that too. He's sitting there and he's putting it in there, and I go, aren't you gonna add a little bit of milk into that? Because it'll be like really thick, So he did. He's like, oh, good idea. So let's see. Anyways, Ellie, going back to you. We got
Food
sidetracked.
sidetracked.
Always. That's our crypto food, huh? Go ahead. The pink moon.
The pink full moon is in Libra tonight, and Venus goes direct. So a lot of this energy is karmic releasing and rebalancing emotions, rebalancing the scales, realigning relationships and soul contracts, intuitive breakthroughs in love, grounding spiritual clarity and actionable steps. Yeah.
You
So
guys who
it's
have
a balancing.
You guys who have cards out there, pull one for tonight's moon and see what you get.
Didn't I just talk about balancing before the show?
Yes.
Hmm.
You have to call your energy back and call every aspect of yourself back to yourself.
Well, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I think I'm always ahead of the game here.
You're supposed to be. You're supposed to help everybody.
Let's see here. Balance is the card that I got. Oh, can you guys see that one there?
Yep.
I don't know why. Or maybe I don't have enough light in
We
there.
could see it was just a little dark. It wasn't light enough to really see it.
I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I got to turn on a light here. So let
I
me.
turned my lights down because I have like 4 recessed lights above me, and that's why like it bounces off my head, and sometimes you can see my head, and sometimes it looks like a black hole there. It's because of the lighting in there. It sucks. When I get back
Yeah.
from Italy, I'm buying a brand new computer and I'm gonna have a new setup over here. So I'll be flying.
Oh, good. The camera didn't follow me. Usually it follows me, and I'm like, I got shorts on today, and they're not that pretty.
Yeah, like Allie.
I got a dress on today.
No, I'm talking about when it follows you.
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, that's really
Oh.
bad.
I went to go make a video in the kitchen, and this camera that I have, I forgot what the name of it is, OSB bot or something like that, or OBS, and it follows you. And I try to use it, but you control it by your hands, up, down, whatever, left, right. It's kind of already pre-programmed. You got to know what those programs are. So I called my husband into the kitchen. I had it set up, and I go, watch this camera, and it's following him. He goes, this is creepy. I'm getting out of here. I'm telling you. But it's a China camera, so all the information is going back to China.
When
Anyway,
I did, my friend, he's an actor out in
that's at balance.
hey,
What card did you get, Allie? Sorry.
I got a few of them. I got a time for healing.
Yep.
I got nothing is yet set in stone. And then expect powerful change.
I'm
You guys
getting
have you seen the moon lately, though? Have you guys seen what it looks like? It's
During the day. During the day.
It's so fucking. It's been cloudy every freaking weekend so far, 3 weeks, and it's been very cloudy. So I don't see shit but clouds. That's all I see.
down here. It's beautiful, only because every now and then one of the dogs. I got 3 dogs, so one of them always got to go out in the middle of the night. But I'll look up and just go, look at the stars, and I look over and I'm like, is that supposed to be the moon? What the hell is that?
The spaceship.
It's what?
I
The
don't know
spaceship.
what it is, but all I know is how is it that you can have the moon in the sky, have a quarter of a moon, and then have Venus in front of it? How is that possible?
I'm going to go on record and say I'm starting to believe we are flat. I never wanted to believe it.
But how is that even possible? How could Venus be in further than the moon? Or is the moon transparent?
It's a hologram.
Exactly.
So if you guys ever watch those videos out on YouTube about near-death experiences, all of them will always tell you, and a lot of them I know are scripted, and especially if it follows, there's one guy out there, he just uses different people, same message. Almost stories are almost the same, but if you follow different ones, they will always tell you, if you believe in this, is that we're just here to experience things in this body, and this is a big illusion here. It really is. What are you pointing to, Alley
My
Cat?
middle finger that says fuck you
Oh,
upstairs.
oh. Are you an atheist?
No. Oh no, I believe, but the higher self is like, you signed up for this bullshit. Now deal with it. No, you can sign this shit for my third dimensional self. You're not
Well,
down here.
it's
Get
interesting.
down here.
Some of the NDE people will basically say, I don't want to go back. Don't send me back. I'm feeling love. I'm feeling all this stuff there. And they're like, no, you signed up for this ahead of time to learn this experience, and you got to go back. And I'm just always wondering,
They're us. They're
I,
us. But calm down now and help me open up a door, open up an opportunity, work the energy around. I'm showing up for myself each and every day, and I can't do my mission, Spirit, if you put all these blockages in my way, and I can chop them up, but holy crap.
so you put a statement out there, work with the energetic neutrality. Is it neutrality? Practice responding instead of reacting when the old patterns come up and break the cycle. Ah, boy.
That's the energy of this full moon.
People are creature of habits, and it's so hard to break. I'm telling you, it's unfortunately my husband agreed to come into this life with me. We're not getting divorced ever. He's gonna put up with me. That's his contract, and he's sticking to it. But yeah, there's certain times, you talk about archetypes. The victim always comes up with him no matter what. And it's funny what triggers him. I can point it out to him, but I don't let him point it out to me. It's very interesting. But after I settle, I play it in my head again, and damn it, he's right. We're both here to teach each other. And I honor that. I really do. I have to honor that on some level. It is a form of love. It really is. Everybody says, this is too painful to be here. I don't want to be here. I can't handle this anymore. We're just going through the emotional stuff right now, and it's going to get better. As Allie pointed out on that one chart there, I think it's going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because the one trouble that I had, right, is we all agreed and we all signed up to come here, right? But the thing is, did we ever really have free will? Like they always talk about free will. Free will, free will, we all have free will. But in a way, did we ever really have free will? Because we've been slaves to the system since we've been born, right? Like Jordan Maxwell, we mentioned earlier, birth canal, right? As soon as we come out of that birth canal, we're slaves to the system. So the free will thing, I have a little trouble dealing with a lot of times when they say we had free will, blah, 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 blah.
Well, and also
I'm with Allie, right?
Oh.
It shouldn't be this hard.
So there was a lot of things that Gene Decode talked about that on my channel, and I agreed to disagree with him on it. Is that once we die, okay, supposedly, and our soul is leaving our body, we turn around, we look back and say, oh well, and then you're being pulled out. But he has this claim that you do not go into the light, you go into the dark abyss. Yeah, it's different for everybody else, and so I always ignored that bullshit. I rather, like that movie Ants. Don't look into the light. I'd rather look into the light because I'm always going to go where it's light, not where it's dark. To me, that was somewhat, and he said it over and over, and as many times as I had him on my channel, and I listened to him on other channels. He could have just been doing some programming to people that were very vulnerable to it.
My question to him is, what the hell are you fearing? Oh, there's a soul trap. There is no such thing. Sorry, maybe in the parallel universe that you transcended to in your light body, Great. That's your paradigm. That's not mine. That's not my reality. And
That was
as
his-
Bashar would say, you can jump into another self in a parallel universe right after you die as if you never died. You died in this reality, you didn't die in that one. So happy birthday. You're over there now.
So
You ever
how
seen
many
that
how
movie
many of
too?
you guys actually believe that when you die that your family members, their loved ones are there with you? Raise your hand.
Oh, I believe that. Absolutely.
So if your loved ones are there surrounding you, it contradicts what Allie was saying. Well, not what Allie's saying, but somebody else was saying, right?
Yeah, there is no if you want to see darkness, you're gonna see it. Because you put the will into intention to see that. I think everybody here and everybody in the chat would say, I want to go to the light. I want to see my family. I want to see the other aspects of myself. When you look back down at your third dimensional self, you're going to be like, that's a dream. What did I just experience? Shit. Because we don't die, we just transform, we transcend. So that stuff is out of fear, and that's people projecting their negativity on others. That's just my
So
opinion.
this is all I'm going to speak for myself on here. I had a gallbladder burst and I had an appendix burst, and both times they told me that I died on the table. Do I remember any of this? I can tell you when I was coming back, I had a short remembrance of something. Nothing that compared to what I'm seeing on TV, on YouTube, all that other stuff over there. Did I change as a human being? Yes. I was not that person that was having that operation 2 days before. Something changed me, right? And I know, and all I can say is just a knowing that I have within me. So my nephew and my sisters and everybody had said, they told us you died on the table. Okay, the first one was a big one. The second one, my husband refuses to admit it because he just doesn't believe in that stuff. But the doctor sat down next to him and said she's a mess, and we were trying to pull her out of this, and so on and so forth. But I didn't come back the same. I don't want to say I came back as somebody else. I came back with stronger characteristics of myself.
You're a walk-in. You're
No,
what I am.
no.
No, your higher self, not you, Janine, the personality, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
came in as your personality changed. You're more of your higher self.
I was more before. I was very passive. I was very
Yes.
vulnerable. I would believe anything. I was a doormat. All of that changed, and my husband can actually tell you that, because the last one was in the year 2017, as a matter of fact, Joey, and that's when he's like, my God, you're standing up to everybody. You're just totally different. Yeah, Joey 17, Joey G.
I'm trying to point at it. I keep forgetting I had to reverse my camera for the stupid background. So I'm
Here.
But your higher self came in. Your higher self, your oversoul self dropped into you to mature you, to change you so that you can live the rest of your days here.
Well, what I will tell you is one of the things that I remember this when I entered into, let's say I was coming back into the room, right? The room that I was laying in. The room that I was laying in was an illusion to me. I had to, and this is going to sound really wacky. Every time I mention it to Paul, he just cracks up at me because he thinks it was all the drugs that I was on. The walls weren't the walls. The walls started to form as I became more conscious on this plane. So I would look up and I'm like, why is there like a hole in the ceiling? Right. And then I look again and I'm waking up more and more. And then, it's a ceiling. I'm coming into this world, this illusion of whatever it was, and where, I've done that so many times. When I travel at night, I come in and I'm like, oh shit, pull myself back in. There's essences of myself that are out there. But yes, they showed me that.
Collapsing of the waveform.
Oh, thank you for putting words to it. I never really.
That's how physical manifestation works. You're going through the matrix. I've been through that experience, not dying. I did it in trance. As you come in back into density, things are not all material. So you're going through the layers of materiality until you hit your boom point.
Right.
And then there you are, you're awake.
Yeah.
So
And
you were seeing yourself dropping down into the matrix, into
and
the hologram.
And so I'm in this hospital and they had all these, I guess they were interns, a bunch of monkeys. There were a bunch of monkeys standing, they knew I was coming back, coming out of it, whatever. They must have been watching me on the monitors. And they all come running to me. Yeah, that's exactly where the bunch of monkey butts. They're all like, do you know what day it is? Who are you? Do you know where you're at? All this kind of stuff. And I'm looking around going, what's their problem? So that's when I knew that I was there and then I wasn't there and then I was there again. But they showed me that. What happened in between, I have no idea what my conversations were, where I went, or any of that stuff. So a lot of these people that say that they have these near-death experiences and can give you such minute details are full of shit.
Yep.
Joey, that last monkey looked just like you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's 555, by the way. Oh, East Coast.
Oh, shit. You know what? I had some few drops I saved. Let's see if I can find it.
Can't hear you, Joey.
I'll have it. Oh, shit. I don't know. I'll have some for you next week, though.
Oh, the Q drops.
Yeah, the drops, yeah, because we had a few deltas that happened. I don't remember what I put them. I have to write this shit down again. I've been like, so busy today. I didn't have time to do it.
Yeah, of course you were so busy making all that darn food and making us all hungry and jealous.
Well, it's funny because I was just gonna make a marinara sauce. You know what I mean? Because I had
That's
like,
how it starts.
yeah,
Just
I made about 16 quarts. My peas about 16 quarts. So I just made it that, and I was like, you know what? I got some meatballs, but I'm gonna need more. So I ended up making meatballs, and I says, well, fuck it. Everything's dirty. I'm gonna have to make some sausages too. So I made some sausages, and like, what the fuck?
hey Joey, how many people are eating, Joey?
Well, I usually freeze it because I'm gonna make the manicotti next weekend for Easter. My
Yeah.
manicotti. So I'm gonna make the homemade manicotti. But
Now that's one dish my husband will eat. It's just noodles and cheese, right?
well,
Yeah,
I
it's ricotta.
grapes. It's a grape. It's very thin. Okay, it's very light, very thin, and I cook one at a time. One batch is probably about 16 manicotti, and it's very light. You can eat 3 or 4 of them with no problem. They're very light. You know what I mean? Even the filling is not that heavy. So I don't know.
It's a soft cannoli.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's not like a dough for macaroni. You know what I mean? This is how the fuck do we explain it? It's almost like a really, you know what a crepe looks like? How do you explain a crepe? It's very thin.
Yeah.
And that's how I make them. And
So what do? Just keep running it through like a pasta maker? Or...
no, not at all. It's almost like a pancake batter. Okay, what I'll try to do next week is I'll try to do a video of it. It's easier to explain in a video. But it's like you get I get a small ladle, okay? I get a small ladle. It's almost like a pancake batter. So what you do is you oil up your little pan. I got a little frying pan. It's probably about 6, 7 inches, maybe. I'll measure it. I'll send it to you. It's like 7 inches, and you just oil it with a little bit of oil, very little olive oil, okay? And then you get a paper towel and you wipe the whole thing down while it's heated. You wipe the whole thing down so this way here nothing sticks. Then you get the ladle and you just layer the bottom of the pan and it will spread out. That's all you got to do. And it's almost like cooking up a omelet. Okay, you know how you cook an omelet, and you see it all drying up. Once you see it's all dried up, it's all done. So you just flip the pan over into your hand, then you place it on a plate. Then you oil up the pan again so it doesn't stick. So you just keep doing that 16 times. You'll have 16 out of this batch that I made. And you know, and then you can peel it off. You know what I mean? When you're done with making them all, then you can just peel them, place it down, and you put your cream cheese in, your filling. You put that on one side and just roll it. That's all you got to do. It's so fucking easy. It takes literally about 15 minutes to make. Not even.
I want to share this video. Is this guy related to you? Because he says the same thing. He's even got a shirt on. Don't fuck it up. Let's just listen to this real quickly here. Let me know when you guys can see this.
If you're not a bitch, you add some red Thai chilies or...
Whoa, he was running here already. Here we go.
There's only one way to make a stir fry. And this is how you fucking do it. Don't fuck it up. First thing you're gonna do is chop all of your vegetables. The broccoli you pull apart, and everything else you cut roughly the same size. Beef! You know when you go to a Chinese restaurant and the texture of the beef is different, it tastes more tender? All they're using is a little bit of sodium bicarbonate, which everyone has. It's baking soda. You're just gonna add a little bit to your beef. You can tenderize it. That way you can use cheaper cuts, but it tastes just as good. Salt? Now you just slice your beef to whatever fucking size you want. The sauce is super fucking easy. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 10 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. You can use honey and brown sugar instead of maple syrup, but I like it. A few cloves of garlic and a piece of ginger the size of your fattest friend's thumb. Dice up the ginger and garlic as small as you fucking can. Ginger and garlic go in. This part's optional. If you're not a bitch, you add some red Thai chilies or some habanero. Ripping hot fucking pan, a tablespoon of ghee, onions, pepper, and carrots, zucchini and broccoli, beef, sauce, until it looks like this. Salt. Serve it over rice or fucking noodle. Sesame seeds on top and a little bit of green onion. And that's how you make a proper stir fry. Everyone always wants to see me eat it. Oh, really good. Good thing I made it enough for 6 people, because it's really fucking good. That's not. I was Chinese in my past life.
All right, that's not an Italian style, Joey, but whatever the hell he was making.
Don't fuck it up.
He's making beef. He's making. It looks like beef stir fry to me.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I think they are related.
Yeah, I got to get those T-shirts for him. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck it up. I'll teach you how to make the meatball. I'll teach you how to make the sausage. Don't fuck it up. I love that. I love that. That's I love it. He coined it really good. I love that.
It's your long lost brother.
Probably.
So we never hear about Arnie and Allie, the A-Teens, discussion on food. Let's just take a minute and just hear what they have to say. What do you guys eat? Besides toast, Arnie says he makes toast. Do you want it dark or you want it light?
As long as it's got butter on it, I'm good. Come on, you can make a sunny side up, right? You could then put the toast in and dip the toast in the egg.
Chef Boy Arnie, I am not.
Yeah, we not me. Who's we not me that's out there? Is it
That's Dina.
Oh, saying I love this guy. Don't fuck it up. Yeah, he was hilarious out there. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, of course I watch all Italian dishes. But what nationality are you guys? You never discussed it with us. We won't hate you.
You got to have a little Italian. Come on.
You knew what Italian were, right?
I'm Italian by Staten Island.
That in Italy.
I'm
Well,
Irish.
obviously I'm Italian, but I got German and Irish German and Irish, which I got the blue, but I got green eyes today. It's
Yeah,
the shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, the shirt changed. Whenever shirt I wear, my eyes change. So
so that's your mother's side because your father Or is it your father's side?
My fault. My mom has brown eyes. My dad has the blue eyes. And I know my grandfather, who was the German, had blue eyes. I can't remember if my grandmother, who was Italian, because my mom's side both Italian, my dad's side grandmother Italian, the grandfather was German and Irish, but he had the blue eyes. I can't recall if my grandmother did though. But yeah, my older brother has brown eyes. Me and my middle brother have the blue eyes.
Allie, what's your favorite meal to cook? Tofu?
I don't cook anymore.
All right,
I
where
like
do you
angel hair.
where do you order out from?
I don't do that either. I heat up stuff.
Arnie, where do you order out
I'm
from?
gonna have to teach you guys. Me and Joey gonna have to give you guys just an easy recipe on how to make some sauce or gravy.
Oh, it's so
And then they
fucking
have to
easy.
make it. Once you give it to them, then they have to make it. And then
Oh, I can make that stuff. My next door neighbor across the street was off the boat Sicilian. She taught me how to make the noodles and pasta from scratch. She had all those old tools and everything. Oh, I used to make sauce and oh no, that's why I say I'm Italian by Staten Island because that's all I grew up around is Italian.
It's that in Italy.
I only use three ingredients, 4 ingredients.
so I have a really stupid question. So I come from Chicago. I've never been to the New York area. So all these different islands, do they have the different nationalities? I'm sorry, you guys, but I've never been there. They have the different nationalities. You got Italian on every island there, right? Or how does it go? Or it's like Manhattan. If you're, I always hear Manhattan's like the rich area, but if you're
It's an
from
island.
if you're from like Brooklyn or something, what do you consider it? I mean, is it a status quo anywhere in there?
You got the mixture of every religion, nationality in all the boroughs. But like everything else, you got pockets here and there. But within those pockets, you'll have like a 5 block radius of one that it's like Bronx Tale, right? The old Bronx Tale movie. You had the Bronx, you had the Italians, and then you had the colors. You're within a block radius, right? But you're all like it's like the community. So it's Staten Island was mostly Italian though. Allie could tell you it was like 75% of them was Italian, and most of them are annoying Italians too. So
Yes. And Irish.
yeah,
There's a
I
huge
can
Irish.
never date a Staten Island Italian woman ever.
Oh my God, I used to say that about Chicago Italian men. Because I saw how my brother was and my brothers and how they treated women, and I'm like, I'll never date an Italian man. And I did once. He cheated on me, and I said, oh, I cried, broke my heart, and everything else. And all my friends warned me about him, but when they're good looking, what are you gonna do?
I'm half and half. I'm half Sicilian, half Italian.
Ooh,
Joey.
Joey.
The better
Yeah.
half is Sicilian. That's the better half.
So what is good that's actually happening out there, you guys? In the news?
In the news.
Well, the House passed the tax cut bill. I know. Here, gas is going down and eggs are going down. I don't know about
What's your
anywhere
price
else.
what's your price on gas?
It's two. I'm actually paid off today because I stopped. It was 269 or 265 where I went, and I usually stop at like Shell because it's obvious it's a little bit better gas than the other place I stop at. It was actually darn cheap. It was 256.
It's 289 here.
Yeah.
And Maura Healy's saying that, oh, it's the fucking tariffs that are fucking no, it's the fucking pipeline you stopped, you fucking bitch. I can't stand her, and I cannot wait until they go to this fucking 2020 election and get rid of this bitch that she is in the mayor. So the mayor, I can't stand her either. Drives me fucking crazy. I can't stand Democrats anymore. I'm like fed up to here with it. I'm all done. So she's trying to blame all the tariffs on the gas prices. I'm like, are you fucking soft? Where the hell are you coming from?
All right,
Mhm.
I'm gonna play a short video from Babylon B on the tariffs. Let's just bring a little humor into this crazy time.
China, a 34% tariff. That means Chinese finger traps, or finger traps as they're called in China, will now cost $18 each. Japan, sushi will now cost $100 a roll. Anime, which can be pirated for free, will still be pirated for free, so no change there. Thailand, well, Thailand's a made-up country. But India, Slurpees are going up to $2.99. Sell, sell, sell. Now South Korea, which is in this general region over here, a 25% tariff was imposed by Trump, and it has unfortunately offended the nation so much that America has lost the right to host the next Squid Games. China, a 34% tariff.
All right,
that
that's
means
it.
Chinese finger traps, or finger traps as they're
Chinese finger traps. I have
Or
not
in
seen
China, it's
those.
just traps, finger traps, right?
Right.
You know, when it was funny when he said Squid Game. One day I was sitting there when we were in New York, right, visiting my family. I'm like, Juliana's watching this movie, and I'm like, what is this movie? She's like, Squid Game. I'm like, why are you watching Squid Game? If I don't know if you've ever watched it before, but yeah, it's not it's to me it's another red pill. You know, have you guys ever seen Squid Game?
No.
Okay, it's pretty much it's an Asian it's a movie, right? It's I don't I can't remember. I guess it's South Korea. My daughter could tell you anyway, but it's all these people play this game, but it's life or death, right? So they do all these games like red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, and when the doll turns around, whoever's gets what's moving, they get shot at. They get pretty much killed. And each time they pass a certain game, they got to share the money, right? So the more times they play, the less more people get killed, the less more money you get, right? And the sickness of the mentality of people that they're willing to risk their lives over money, right? Yep, there you go. They risk their lives over money that they're willing to that they don't care about their own life or anyone else's life just so they can win money. And it's like very very interesting movie, let's say to say the least.
It's out on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I never watched that.
So
Yeah,
to
no,
me, that's just another red pill movie. It's no different than To Kill a Mockingbird, right? They had these hunting parties, and yeah, the dark side of the reality we live in that I didn't think we signed up for, but maybe we did. I would like not to believe that, but I guess that's what we're here for, to change it and to get rid of the evilness that's on this plane of existence. Wait, did I just say plane? I'm sorry.
Two good movies to watch if you want to watch anything on quantum or jumping is you could watch The One with Jet Li, or watch, I believe it's Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. Look those two movies up. That has to do with jumping from body to body.
Altered Carbon on Netflix also is about your shell and the other realities that they live. It's gory, it's a lot of nudity. Yeah, baby. But
Oh, what
it's
movie is this?
Altered Carbon, it's a show. It's really good. It's just for those that can't handle gore. It's like an Elon Musk timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, no gore for me. I'm good.
That stuff, I'm desensitized. Listen to heavy metal.
Just
Cannibal Corpse.
just run it through an audio program to make it 432 hertz. That's all.
Mhm.
Listen to anything all day.
Hey, Janine, you want to talk about that technology thing I sent you? Did you get a chance to watch that? It's like 1 minute and 46 seconds of.
When did you send that? Today?
Yeah, I sent it in text today. I have it on my bookmark.
I'll be honest, I only saw part of it. I wasn't watching hopeless romantic movies, crying my eyes out today.
Well, that energy that Ali was showing us earlier.
Right. This is
Yeah.
the technology that they have that's patented. Jake Angeli and Tucker Carlson. I have it bookmarked on my.
Is that the one that talks about Salvatore Pius?
This one here was he was talking about like a TR 3D spaceship. It's a triangular spaceship, and you can be able to go underwater. And you can go above space. You can go from point A to point B within like 2 seconds. It's all patented.
Sorry, I was trying to find something. Are you trying to share anything?
No, not yet.
All right.
Actually, Tucker Carlson was talking to him. Now, if you don't know who Jake Angeli is, he was the guy that was got arrested. He had the big Viking hat on during January 6th, and they
We're
arrested
on Shaman.
Shaman. Yes, he has a YouTube channel, and he talks about all these technologies that's been hidden from us. There's like, there's a lot. I mean, I found this guy by accident during the pandemic, and I started watching all his documentaries. And holy shit, he's like talking about all these technologies and how easy it is to make, and he shows you 3 patents right here. He talks about 3 patents right now on that. Want me to just show you that interview real quick? It's on. It's only like 1 minute and 46 seconds.
Yeah, I've got a new monitor here, so let me know when you put it up so I don't miss it. Oh wait, you could share it over there. Okay, that's my old app. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll play it for you guys.
I'm new here. Where does it pop up?
More people on the Democrat side and in Democrat positions of power believe Trump is going to win, because that's why they're going after him, trying to throw him in jail. That's why they're trying to, get him off the ballot, because they know he's going to win. But what are they really afraid of? Well, if you look into the patents that Donald Trump declassified in 2020, 3 patents that Donald Trump declassified, they were filed by a man named Salvatore Pius. These 3 patents have the ability to just make this full spectrum dominant system completely obsolete. Number 1 is a 0-point energy engine. That means we're extracting energy from like the vacuum or the 0 point of space and time, which is filled with energy. It's an infinite clean energy supply. Number 2, a room temperature superconductor that allows a 0-point energy engine to function without overheating. And number 3, it's called a TR-3B. That's a triangular shaped craft that uses what's called inertia propulsion or anti-gravity to not just fly through the air, but also to go underwater to the bottom of the ocean or go into outer space. So this actually threatens the full spectrum dominant system of the deep state. And I think, imagine what Trump is going to do when he gets back in office. He released these patents in 2020, and even he's not really talking about it, but I guarantee you they're real. You can look them up. I can send you the links to the patents on Google.
I got to say, I've had very few conversations where the spread between public perception and even my perception and the reality was wider than in this one. I mean, I can't assess anything that you just said. I've never heard of any of it before. Obviously my fault, but I think it's legitimately interesting, and so are you. And I appreciate your taking all this time to talk to us, and I hope a lot of people see this.
You guys hear that?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, came in good.
One thing in there too, like he was talking about with like the energy. I think it was around 1900 is when they messed with the periodic table more, also too, and they took ether out of there, because ether is what is used for all those technologies too.
Right on. Right on. And Trump released those patents back in 2020. So this is what's coming to us.
That's what they've had for all these years.
Yeah.
But they just kept getting it. Yeah.
But now there's other technologies that he talks about also. He talks about healing technologies and all that shit on his page. The hell is it? I'll find it and I'll just throw it in. I'll throw the link inside the chat. How's that?
I mean, you got to think about the fact that they had all this technology and people really thought aliens were above them when it was really our technology.
Right. And they've been hiding a lot of our technology, especially from Nikolai Tesla. And Trump has it from his uncle. The FBI seized it, but most of the important stuff Nikolai Tesla gave to John Trump. Right. So we already have these, and they're all patented. Okay, it's all patented. Let me see if I can find it.
I did post that interview in the chat so you guys can look up the patents he was talking about.
I've got a totally different question here. Are we still talking about that one subject, or can I move on?
Oh, you can move on.
So I ran across a video, and I'm always, I'll sit back on the fence, if you will, trying to figure it out. So there was an interview with, I think it was Jimmy Dore, and I know that there's a lot of influencer out there who are being paid by the baddies out there. And then there's Jimmy Dore is doing an interview with Candace Owens, and I still don't know where she sits with all of this, because you'll have one big influence like Tucker say, oh, she's a friend of mine, and then something else will come out. But, she was basically talking about everything that they teach us in the schools, what happened in the World War, against the Jews and all that other stuff. And they kept cramming this down our throats. You heard about the Holocaust over and over and over and over again. Well, no one ever talked about what happened to the Christians. They were all killed too. So, and that's true. And who's actually doing this? Is it Israel? I really have no idea. But with this new world, the golden whatever that they're calling it, that we're moving into, I'm hoping that a lot of these people are gone, but these influencers are still out there confusing the minds. They confuse me, so I step back and I basically am asking you guys, we need to be able to talk about these other influencers that are out there. So, other people, if we say something and other people were thinking it, but they may not say it, because these other influencers out there, they're huge. They're making tons of money out there to say whatever their nefarious agenda is. But I don't know what to believe when they start talking about, Stalin, Hitler, all this other stuff, right? So on and so forth. Why are we being told about all these other countries and their history? Why are we not ever talking about Americans and American history and where we came from? How much can you recall? They're saying, well, this is the new world. So all they had was horses and, and cowboys and Indians, right? It's a bunch of bullshit. It really is. I'm just hoping that the new administration moving forward, that all this will change and we start getting up to speed about history on, the whole, if it's the whole world, then tell us about the whole world. Don't keep just focusing on one thing that's tragic over and over again. That's brainwashing as far as I'm concerned. What do you guys think about some of these other influencers? You don't have to call them out by name or anything like that, but do you agree, or do you agree to disagree that there's a lot that are not, how do I put this? They're being paid big bucks to actually talk about, there are people that are paying them to make themselves look good. Does that make sense?
They're only influencers if you allow them to influence you. Just use your discernment. It doesn't matter what they say or what they put out there.
So yeah, the topic really doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you're correct. You're correct on that. And I get that, but when you've got Tucker Carlson, you've got Candace, you got Jimmy Dore, you've got all these guys, right? When we first started out doing all this stuff, for God's sakes, we had Jason Q and various people that were out there that were trying to tell you all the stuff and decoding. And that drew us in because it was stuff that we never thought about, right? Now they're bringing up stuff that how we were guided through the educational system or whatever it might be. I don't know what the truth is. That's why I take a step back. I don't know, if the deep state is running them, or if they're on the up and up. Like you guys say, you don't even watch the news, so it probably is not even a matter for you.
Well, the truth is, like it's an X-Files, the truth is out there. I mean, look at all the old cities that we have in that. A lot of these structures that are there, they could not have been built by the people the way they're portrayed in our past. Horses, buggies, wagons did not build cathedrals, did not build all these buildings. And if you look at the structure on most of the buildings all over, not just here, but all over the world, what do they resemble? They resemble Roman times, because Rome conquered all over and was all over. And also, like, when they talk about like this country too, when they talk about cities like San Francisco, let's say as an example, it was founded. Who found it? They found it in place already. They found the city. They just threw people into the cities. All of that. And what about Tartaria, the mud floods, and all of that? What about the 1,000 years of time which they just increased on us? Where if you look at a lot of the old buildings too, there's an I, and then there's 3 numbers after it. Is that so? We're actually like 1,000 years behind on what they have written.
That's what I heard. I actually heard that it's sometimes the I will look like a J or an I. It's a J or an I, but it's actually it could be a 1, right? The I could be a 1. And if and they burnt down everything, right? They're continuing to do that to hide history.
Exactly.
And like Arnie said, this no different than the pyramids. You get pyramids everywhere, and it's like the same identical pyramids. It's like, okay, I guess all the Egyptian artifacts they found in the Grand Canyon was nothing. They're all fakes.
And also, you can't go to certain portions in the Grand Canyon. Why? Because they're hiding those things there. I saw something a while back with a guy that was flying a drone, and he captured all the stuff, the passageways, the doorways within the Grand Canyon, showing like Egyptian. How's that possible? They just lie about everything and hide everything.
Because Atlantis fell and they scattered across the entire humanity. That's how. And then higher beings came down, and here's all your structures. Yay.
Wait, I'm gonna say that again. So you said Atlantis fell and they scattered across
The world.
What is they? The Atlanteans? What's the word for
The
them?
ones that survived.
Atlanteans.
The ones that survived went not just to Egypt. A lot of them did go there, but they went all over the place. They're high dimensional beings. They were us, but in our other forms. So it makes sense that technology, I mean, and look at all the creation stories, they all are the same, change the name. The Vedics, the Norse, almost identical, just change the name and the beings, not blue, but Nordic looking. It's the same stories. If you look at everything coming up, we changed timeline. So Tartaria really did happen. It's just not playing out in this reality right now. People are finding the fruit of a loom, the cornucopia on shirts, because we changed timelines. We are time traveling constantly. You're doing it all right now. But the major shifts that I'm showing you on that Schumann resonance, we're going to start seeing more mandala effects in the next couple of years. Things that we all experienced in 2020 are going to start shifting because we shifted to a different timeline. Like the EBS. Everybody's like, oh my God, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Oh my God. And like 5 years later, we're still like, is the EBS really going to go?
No, I'm still hearing people going, nothing is going to happen till the stock market crashes and the EBS goes off. That's the only way that we're going to wake up everybody. Wow, who started that one?
Oh, no.
EBS did happen. The crash did happen. All this stuff did happen, just not in this particular
Not in
reality.
this reality.
the fear reality that they wanted it to happen, where everything was crashed and we were bankrupt and all these people were going to kill them. The whole point is to save as many people as possible. So they're not going to drastically crash the stock market, because you'll have people trying to fly off of buildings. And we all know right now we can't fly. So
Not yet.
we get to create the fear or the lack thereof. And in my reality, there ain't going to be no deep stock. The stock market crash, like Arnie said, to me, already happened. It's just when are we going to say, okay, enough's enough, and let's
Bitch.
show me the money.
JG Wentworth.
Because
Money.
because that would free up a lot of people's stresses when they don't have to worrying about paying the bills that this matrix freaking has us living in.
Well, that was the whole purpose of the tariffs in the first place, is to get rid of the taxes, which is actually, working right now. He just started the tariffs April 2nd. So, I mean, that's going to take care of that. I was getting into an argument with my aunt. Exactly.
4 months.
Exactly.
4 months. We're in this 4 months. It takes, yeah.
For a
I'm
while,
still waiting for property tax to go bye-bye. Property
It
tax.
won't
Because he
for a
said it
while.
a long time ago when I just got my bill. I'm like,
It won't for a while. I feel, and I still feel there's 2 time periods where, if nothing changes, where we're going to feel something that's going to be around Memorial Day. I have a funny feeling around that time there's going to be some kind of announcement, and around September.
I think it's going to be
Originally in September, that was supposed to be an announcement right before 9/11 happened. That's what happened with Rumsfeld and all of that.
Yep.
I think that's what's gonna they're using all the timelines and all the dates that they have set for themselves to do all these things to reverse it and give back to the people. And I'm getting chills, so I'm sticking to what I'm saying. I still feel those 2 time periods are where
Yeah,
you're
I have
gonna get something back.
Trump did say, he mentioned Easter. He
Yeah.
did mention Easter on
Yeah.
a time. He didn't say which Easter. This is back
Right.
what, 2000? When the fuck did he say that? Was that 2018? Do you remember that?
I think 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
He said Easter is a very interesting timeline. Now, you can take it to a grain of salt. I mean, it could mean this week, this year. It could be. I don't know. But he's throwing fucking hints around like fucking crazy. So I don't know about the timeline on Memorial Day. It might be. I mean, Memorial Day is what, next month, right? But I get more of this year, this April, between this April and towards the middle and the end of April. I'm guessing that everything's going to start shifting. That would be my.
This April 2025 to April 2026 is what you're saying?
That was a year of what the fuck did he say? I gotta find it back on my X. I gotta find that. I had it somewhere on my X. He was talking about it. Trump was talking about it. He was giving you a timeline. Now, this is back in 2020 when he said he was talking about Easter. And it's interesting too that today is Palm Sunday and it's snowing. Now, mind you, I'm not a fucking religious freak either. Let me just get this out. I gotta get this out. Fuck this. You ready? Here we go. Fuck the religion, okay? Christ is inside of us. We are Christ. We are Christ. We can do whatever he did, okay? We just haven't opened our fucking minds. We haven't fucking merged our fucking left brain and our right brain together, okay? We got to connect the source, which is your third eye, your temple. Read the Bible, it even fucking tells you, and I have all the fucking markings on here to prove it. But anyways, your third eye, They tell you don't fuck with your third eye, don't open it. No, fuck you. Open your third eye. That's how you connect the source. We're connecting the source. We're connecting to God. God is not a guy that's sitting on a fucking throne looking down at us saying, I'm up here, guys. It's not a he, it's not a she, it's a source. It's an energy source that brought us all together. And the Bible is actually a metaphor. A lot of it is truth, but it's also metaphorically also. This is what I believe. I don't, I'm not a fucking genius on this shit, but I just kind of figured it out myself. I'm like, well, this ain't making sense. That ain't making sense. This makes sense to me. So that's where I go by. Where was I going with this, Gene?
With your third eye, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. Oh shit! I forgot where I was going. I just started ranting, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Now I just forget what I was going to
You
talk
talk
about.
about Easter and Trump.
Easter and Trump. Thank you. You're good. You're good. You.
You.
Just trying to
You're
remember
good,
what
you.
it was like 5 years ago now, and he did say, Easter, and I think it's kind of this year. And he did say we're going to celebrate for a whole year. You remember that, right? It was from February, January. Was it Memorial Day of 2025 to January of 4th of July, I believe it was, right? Or something to that effect. I don't know. I have the clip somewhere. I'll have to find it. But that's where I was going with this. I think it's gonna be this month, shit's gonna start fucking happening. Like a major shift. You know what I mean? Like financially and everything. I think more shit's gonna happen this month and next month. That's what I think. And I'm sticking to it.
What is this?
There's your shift right there.
Yep.
There's a shift. They're little small ones.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna have a major shift. We're gonna have a major fucking shift, and it's gonna happen over fucking night.
so if everybody, I'm reading some of the comments out here. They're saying, "Stay in the present moment." Which moment?
Yeah,
This one right now.
yeah.
Don't
Right.
blink. Don't blink.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, well, it's God will. Well, we are God, right, guys? Guys, we are God. We're supposed to do the things that Jesus did. He never went to fucking church.
I do. He was a carpenter. I work with building things.
But he
But
did
wait,
miracles, and we're supposed to follow his lead. He's
is
not
that
looking.
where he was for 18 years? He was in church.
No, he wasn't in church, man. Come on.
He's procreating.
Right,
For all
exactly.
his children.
He's performing. We're supposed to be performing miracles too.
He was making the sauce in the kitchen.
We're
His third
creating.
eye was open.
You have sex with your wife and she has a baby, you're creating another life. It takes two people to create.
And men can't get
I
pregnant.
don't want to go in and out of that Catholic shit. We drink the blood and we take
I
the.
don't do it. No.
That's
all that-
sacrifice.
That's when I knew I was an alcoholic, when I wanted to drink the wine in church.
Yeah, I just never. I am such a germophobic. If somebody was drinking the wine from the same thing, and I'd walk up there like, no, just give me the damn wafer. And don't put it in my mouth. Don't touch me. Just put it in my hand.
Even back then, I knew it was a crock of shit.
At
But
6 years old, I knew that.
yeah,
I would sit
The
there.
first time they had to go to confession. And I'm sitting there going, why do I have to tell my sins to this guy when I can just talk the sauce?
Yeah.
meanwhile, that guy's probably creating more sins than you.
Yes, definitely.
Especially that fucking Pope. I can't wait to go to fucking. I can't wait because he's gonna have a bad name, and I believe it's gonna be this one here. I mean, how many times are they gonna fucking push the fucking envelope with this guy?
He's already had a bad.
I know, but I am going to the Vatican. I'm
only gonna keep this guy. I would only keep this guy on ice already. It's like, isn't he still in the hospital or what?
I haven't heard.
Did it to Biden, they're going to do it to him. They're doing it to Jeffrey Epstein. They're just.
All you got to do is look when Trump visited the Vatican the first time he's ever been there, when he was president. Just look at that man's face. His world crumbled right then and there.
How we doing on Rumble? How you guys doing out there? You guys have any questions? Just put a question mark or something, and then ask the question. We'll read it. We'll read it off. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the chat here. I'm not bogging down because I paused the videos so I can just see the chat moving. So that's a plus. I don't have that many computer issues tonight. You notice?
Yeah, when I switched over to Zoom, I don't have that either. I've got to find something else though. Joey, maybe you should look into the Rumble Studios. Supposedly it's all free. At least that's what James was telling me. And you can multi-stream using that to different platforms. So the thing is, there's a caveat to it. You've got to do 30 hours in a month, and then you actually get paid from them.
Well, I don't care about getting paid. I'd rather just that's what I'm not for the money. I just don't. I don't even care about the fucking money situation. I just want to get the word out. You know what I mean? That's what I do. That's why I do it. I mean, I join everybody's company over here too. You know what I mean? It's fun. You know what I mean? I don't expect to get paid for this shit. I mean, come on. Everybody should know this anyway. I think these all your viewers, I think they already know. You know what I mean? I don't know how the fuck you explain that one too, but they kind of know the information themselves. They're not really sure about it. Maybe. You know what I mean? You know where I'm coming from?
Yep.
They have instincts. You got to go with your instincts. I mean, you can watch the fucking news, and I think the White Hats took over the fucking news because you got so many fucking 17s, and you add up all the fucking numbers that they're rambling on, and you can add up to 17. That's how I know Patriots are in control. So, I mean, that's the way I look at it. And this 17's fucking everywhere. Oh my God.
So you guys that are from the big city, I've got a lot of concerns about these kids today, and we can kind of talk about this in our next show, but I do want to share this particular thing here about the children. We need to, and when I talk about children, I'm not just talking about the little ones. I think the younger ones are going to be okay, but I'm more concerned about, I don't know, 15 on up. So let's just play this here for a second here. This particular individual, yeah, I'll let you guys figure this out. He's backwards and he got his head stuck in the door. You guys see this?
Yeah. But because subways have those things now.
I have no idea.
You know why, right? To keep people from jumping the turnstiles.
Right.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, you got a fucking asshole that's at this video and not helping him. I don't get that one either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem with society right there. Is this person sitting there filming instead of saying, "Yo, you need help," or just going over there and helping them? We're just gonna film them.
Yep. I don't get this. So I follow Cat Turd out on X, and he's constantly showing you all of these young kids, and I don't really care if they have purple, green hair and they've got tats, and I don't care if they've got rings and all this stuff, but it's like somebody explained this to this old lady here. It's like they just basically have all lost common sense. Allie, what do you think?
Had purple hair.
Well, that's fine to have the different color hair. That's not the point of it. What Cat Turd shows is they're all kind of insane at this point. They actually think, because they say the kids that go to Starbucks and coffee is something that there's going to be a tariff on because coffee is not grown here in the United States or whatever. and they think they're going to have to pay instead of $5, $15 for a cup of coffee, and they're losing their mind out there. So the more that you see a lot of these examples out there, you gotta wonder, where are the parents? Is anyone talking to these kids? Can they talk to the kids?
Honestly, this is what happens. And because I'm in that world, I'm in the school system. Parents don't make enough money. You have to work 5 to 6 jobs. I also have to find another 5 to 6 jobs to just maintain paying just the light bills, right? That takes the moms and the dads out of the house. The kids come home by themselves. They have to be self-sufficient. And what do? Here's my phone, because there's nobody home to interact with these kids, because these parents now have to go work 5 to 6 jobs. It's also the lack of education for the parents. Common Core changed the way that we all learned. These parents don't understand lattice math. I don't even understand lattice math. That's why I won't become a teacher. I would become an art teacher if they would allow me to, but even here in Indiana, they put these kids on Chromebooks. That's all they do is Chromebooks. Here, this iReady, iLearning, this, that. This is all the kids are doing is being on the computer all day. They're not experiencing nature. They're not going out and playing. They're not socializing, so they don't know how to go through a freaking portal to another, get off the train and go. A lot of these kids don't know how to do that because they're not structured at home. There's no structure because the system makes it so that parents are not in the house.
Yeah. Buck, you have a teenager, right?
Yes, I do.
What is
Go
go ahead.
I'll go ahead. Pretty much, yeah. When COVID happened, it's like trying to teach this kid math. I'm like, all right, yeah, here you go, blah 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 blah. There's your answer. Oh no, they want us to do it, blah 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 blah. What? Why don't you just do it, blah blah blah, right there? But no, my teacher told me blah 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 blah. I'm like, but you could just do blah blah. So of course, I had a teacher the way they wanted to teach, but I'm like, the same five, 3 or 4 steps, you get the same answer.
Yes.
So it's like, and like Ali said, it's the computer. Everything's on the computer. There's no textbooks anymore. It's blah blah on the computer. So when they come home on the computer, that's all these kids know. And when my daughter was born, my wife had to work. I had to work. I had to get a babysitter. And guess what? When I lived in California at the time, and that's where she was born, pretty much my job was to pay for the babysitter because I didn't have the type of job I have now in my field. So my job was to pay the babysitter and some barely enough money for food, while my wife had to do her job. She had, the better job with benefits and everything. So it's like, so somebody else is raising the kid. So it's got your babysitter raising the kid, and then when they got school raising the kid, no structure. School ain't worth a darn because they don't teach these kids any hands-on training. Like when we grew up, right? You had the woodworking, you had cooking class, you had sewing, typing class, all these tools that you could take out in the workforce. And this was in middle school. This is not, high school. This is middle school and elementary school where they taught us this stuff. Now, none of that's in there. So none of these kids know how to cook. None of them know how to type, especially, well, I can't say type because they're always on the computer. And my daughter, she's like, I'm like, you done already? And it's like a whole sentence. It's like, how'd you? So they do know how to type because that's but it's the other stuff.
They can't write. Chicken scratch. You want to know where doctors? The kids' freaking handwriting is gross.
And they stopped teaching cursive, correct?
Yes.
My daughter.
Why did they do that? Because they don't want them to be able to read the
founding documents.
They don't want them signing their names.
There you go. That's it right there. They don't want them to be able to read their rights, the history.
Exactly.
Now,
they don't want
my little one.
Exactly.
You can't see it because of this
Barely.
stupid thing. He got pretty good handwriting.
Because
Let
you're a
me
good
see if this is
dad.
gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's too.
I can
But
see it.
she writes in script and she's very good. So I don't know where they taught these kids, but in here they did teach them cursive. So she does know that a little bit, which is a great thing. But yes, a lot of kids don't know how to. And that's one reason why I believe, like Jason Q has said in the past, so they can't read the Constitution. If you don't understand cursive, you can't read the Constitution.
Jesus.
Declaration of Independence.
I didn't know it was that bad. I've been so removed from it. We owned a business in 2012, I want to say, and I had hired a bunch of high school kids. Some of them couldn't count change. Some of them didn't know a nickel from a dime. And I thought, what the hell? They were a part of a work program from this high school. And now it was my job to teach them about math, basic, whatever it might have been. But where I was going with this is that I had fired like 5 of them, and they got their last check to come in, and I told the one girl that I decided to keep on because our business was getting hit with theft. It was a novelty. It was called New Click. It was a novelty store, and anything that was trending, I was selling it. And I told her, take these checks, and on the front of the check is their address, and just, drop it in an envelope and put a stamp on it and mail them their check. She said, I don't know how. Now, this was in 2012. She says, I don't know how to address an envelope. I thought she was joking at first, and I laughed, and then I realized she was serious. I said, this is how you write it out to them. And she goes, we never were taught this in school. This was 2012. So I think we really need to talk about education next time. If you guys can find any stuff out there on the education, I know that a lot of it's.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
We got the perfect person right here.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in the school system.
For now, I'm probably leaving.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully things will turn around.
I have a quick video while you're talking about math. You want to play it? It's only like 30 seconds to me.
Yeah, go for it. What time is it? Where are we at on our time?
Yeah.
2 hours.
Time flies when us that time shift. Ooh.
We jumped.
We did.
I already had the answer filled out already. That is a neat way to figure it out, but all you got to do is move the 4 on the bottom is 8, 4, and it's 112, 48.
I just want to know, is that Mr. Bean teaching the math?
It looks like it.
But the time he took for him to draw those lines, I already had the answer.
Right?
Yeah.
But these kids, like you said, they can't even give a fucking change. I'm like,
No.
you can't even tell the clock, the analog clock. They cannot figure it out. They cannot figure it out.
Well, now I'm really showing my age here because this is just.
I'm up there with you, girl.
Yeah, but when you go to hire these kids, they instantly want to make $100,000 a year as soon as they get out of school. And there's the reality of the illusions, whatever you want to call it, it's all effed up.
Yep.
So if we can, maybe we'll talk about it in the chat, pick a certain age, pick out some stories out there and kind of go through this. I bet you there's a lot of people out in the chat that are not even aware of these things that are happening to the kids out there. Because I'm not, just you guys telling me this stuff. Why would they take cursive out of the frickin' schools?
But they can't read the old documents.
They can't read the Constitution.
But they also replaced it with the computer. So unless you're signing your name and then scanning it into the computer to have a signature, like when you sign, you have your email and you could go on Canva and look all cute. Like, hi.
No,
here's
they
my
even have,
name.
even when you buy a house nowadays, they have those doc signs, right? It's a computerized
Yes.
signature, and they say just pick one, and they make it sound like it's an ease of convenience. I remember going to sit down to sign for a house and sitting there for 2 hours going through 100 pieces of paper. They don't do that anymore. It's just like they will point to where you've got to sign in. Will you read it? I read it. I read everything, but it's still not protecting me based upon what we know now. We lost Buck. All right. So and he's back and he's muted. All right. That's all that I have. You guys want to share anything before we go? Joey, thank
Big
you for
happy
sharing.
birthday for Ashley on Wednesday.
Ashley, Allie. Think you mean Allie.
It's our who is
It's
it?
our Allie's birthday.
On Wednesday.
Oh,
I'm not feeling it though.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the name that said it.
Thanks, Maya.
I got you. Happy birthday, Allie.
Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Birthday.
Monkey butt, happy birthday. All right, that had to be loud.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad.
Happy birthday, Allie.
Oh wait, I actually might have something for that. I just want to share something very quickly. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, go for it. Arnie, you haven't said much tonight.
Hey, you want to pick a card for this week, Arnie?
Yeah.
Your card for this week.
Yeah. Are we gonna do a Saturday night live Saturday night? What's going on this next week?
Because of the holiday?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm up
It's
for
up.
it. I could definitely do Saturday night. Definitely. 5 o'clock.
Happy birthday!
Wait. I want to see another one here.
Loading ducks.
Happy birthday!
They're all the same, just different colored buttons. Yo ho.
Happy birthday, yo! Happy birthday, yo! Happy birthday to you!
All right, there you go. We got those in there. Thank you for sharing that, whoever it was out in the chat. I did not know that. So you are an Aries, true and true, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's
Why
from
did
Ash
she have that
Mayer.
finger in the background?
Ash Mayer brought that up. Thank you, Ash.
Look at all those birthday wishes out there. Woo woo! From We Not Me. What was it? Turber 12, Ashmaya, Joey's out there saying it. Yeah, happy birthday, Barb Barker. So, what are you gonna do for your birthday, Allie?
I have a fire drill in the morning. I am working. I got a
Alright.
child in a wheelchair with a feeding tube that's blind and has seizures all day that I have to take care of. And then I got staff member of the month and I got a gift card. So I might take myself out for dinner.
Well,
But otherwise, shit,
I wish I
42
was there
sucks.
with. I wish I was there with you because I would go to dinner with you, and I don't know if you drink, but we could have a glass of vino or something like that.
I need a bottle. With my circumstances right now, I need a bottle.
Well, let's just. Does anybody want to, Arnie, do a birthday reading for her?
Well, I actually did a poll, Brian, when Joey asked, and I got these two.
Oh wait, can I go? I gotta go single on this here. I don't know if I know how to.
Go single.
I got these two, actually. So on this one, it is some do not have your best interest at heart. Discern and armor up. I know that's definitely for me in this area. And also speak your own truth. Speak your truth.
And
So always speak out.
that's for the week, right?
Yeah. So as far as like I was saying before too, you know, as far as influences, it's whoever you're going to have influence you, who you're going to allow in. Just use your discernment with all the information that's out there. And just, you know,
I
constantly
got a
speak.
better idea. How about all of us be the influence, right?
There you go. Right
We're
now,
the
a birthday,
influence.
birthday message.
Birthday message for Allie. It sounds great.
Slamming doors. Oh, wait, I gotta go
This one.
single. Hold on.
I'm in my chrysalis. It
This
needs to
one?
come out, my wings.
All right, Ernie, you
No,
gotta talk.
it's the butterfly and transform.
Ooh.
Change, rebirth, blossoming.
Blossom.
Better days are coming. Just stay
That's what I'm
stay
trying.
focused. Yeah. And vent. Yes, vent when you need to vent, definitely.
Oh, that
Never
I don't
figured
think she has a problem doing.
But
I
definitely
did it
put yourself
yesterday.
in a
I was like, oh, there's
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck.
My New Yorker came out the other day.
Hey, we have to. We have to vent, right?
This card here, and I don't know why my lighting always sucks. Probably because I don't turn it on because I go off a natural light. It says commitment, Allie. It's a rose, and it's to the children. So keep your commitment to the children, and to yourself, obviously first, and to Bella.
Yeah, Bella agrees too.
Hey, Bella.
She's just co-signing.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, it will pass, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but I wish you, from my heart to your heart, Allie, all the best on your birthday, and we do love you, and hope that if everybody wants to come back next Saturday, we'll be here. Otherwise, we'll catch everyone on the following one. So everybody enjoy their evening. Thank you all. Good night.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
hey, love you all.
Good night.
Right.
Good night.